So welcome to the Startup Agenda. Tell us your name and your background, and tell us about your startup.
Okay, my name is Ronald Ian Bilang. I have an apparel factory in the southern Mindanao part. Making shirts, tops, and full sublimation apparel.
Oh, you mean I can get like good deals on your tops from you?
And we export it in America and other places. Yeah, we export because my factory is located in the Philippine Economic Zone.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so we have around 80 employees right now in our factory, and currently this factory I started from scratch way back 2015, but I'm in the apparel industry.
Way back, it's only 4 years ago.
Again?
It's only 4 years ago.
2015, but I started the apparel the factory started 2015, and I started in the industry 2011.
Okay.
Okay. So actually this idea was born because of my apparel factory and the problem and the pain of my clients.
Are the ones that are buying from you, or
Yeah,
are they
buying
making
from me.
things and then to order and then you're making it to them?
Yeah, we are making for them. So they are actually brands from America and other places. That's why when I started to think, how can I really help them in a more efficient way? And I talked to my friend. He's the CTO of this startup that we are making. Then he said to me that he can make a way for it, and from there we started to think.
Okay. But you make money out of the current factory, right?
Yeah, we are making money, but the problem is the cash flow is not running every month. The cash flow is running every 3 months.
Yeah, but you can. There are solutions for that with invoice factoring and other things for cash flow anyway.
Yeah, the problem right now with this company that we have, the top of our manufacturing, this is a new company.
Yeah.
We just started October. Because before 2015, I started all alone. It's a sole proprietorship. So when I incorporated it, it started October. So I can still not get any loans.
You're not talking about loans. More like you have orders coming in and that you fulfill, and you can sell those invoices to get the cash in advance of getting the cash from.
We are doing it. We are doing it, but purposely for the working capital for the project.
No, things like companies like Acudine are already doing this online. So. You're not working with them or companies like that already?
No, we are not working for them.
Okay. That's a different issue, but that might solve the problem for you.
So actually,
go on. So you want to make life easier for
the whole industry, not only the customers, for the factories, and for the customers, the buyers. Okay, right. The e-commerce brand. So this is EFIFactory, or the e-commerce fashion industry factory. It is a one-stop shop solution for the buyers and also for the factories. Okay. Our goal is that to empower the whole industry and optimizing the whole
You mean they're not doing it already?
Huh?
They're not doing it already?
For now, actually, there's no one-stop shop solution.
Okay, well, let's have a look.
Okay. So this is the problem that we see, is that brand owners and aspirants are having a hard time looking for designers, right manufacturers, sourcing materials, shipments, and doing the whole business process. They spend a lot of time, money, effort with a little success, or the worst is that there's no product at all. I have an experience this with a Switzerland couple. They visited my factory. They already spent around $20,000 for 3 years already to build their product, and in the end, they don't have any product at all.
I mean, for example, I've invested in a retail chain, so I might want products to sell on particular stands in those stores. So I would come to you, and you would help me like design it,
the whole process,
and then the costings and everything else.
Yeah.
Okay.
The whole thing.
That's a real thing, by the way.
That's a real thing. Yeah,
we
do it.
Sample.
Okay.
Okay.
So our solution for this is that to make the first SaaS one-stop shop platform that will integrate the process.
Just a little hint. When you're giving a presentation, don't read what's on the screen.
Okay.
Because I'm already going to read ahead of you.
Oh yeah. Okay, no problem.
So you paraphrase. I can read this quicker than you can talk.
Okay.
So you can paraphrase it. I mean, you just it's one-stop shop. Making sure that everything gets done right.
Yeah. So we are making the one-stop shop platform for the users, an approach of direct-to-factory manufacturing. Because what's happening right now is that you cannot know if you are really dealing with a direct factory. and the cost is higher because of this trading companies or
Are you
something
like in
this.
China? You go
Yeah.
through a middleman, but you think they're the factory.
Yeah,
Okay.
because they have a front store, but in
Yeah.
they are the video factory.
But how would you know that you would? Because they would deal directly with you. But how do they know that you're not? Because you have factories in
because I
China
have
that are doing the
factory.
same thing.
Yeah, because we are factory to factory. We are dealing with factories.
But you said you also have factories in
Yeah.
China where you're the middleman.
What again?
You're the middleman for the Chinese factories. So
Oh,
you're doing
so just
exactly
like
what you're
Yeah.
saying people are.
Yeah, but the thing is here right now is that we are the customer will deal to us as a factory, and we are the ones going to make it.
Right.
But in the end, if we cannot take the capacity,
Yeah.
we can go on with these partner factories. So the risk is with us because we are still a factory.
Okay,
So,
okay.
So with a centralized support system.
Right.
Okay. So this is the treating how it works. Actually, it's more complicated because this industry is really complex. But we try to crunch up.
Your challenge is to make something really complicated very simple,
Yeah, that's the thing.
and that's what people will pay for.
Yeah. So how it works right now is that for the users again. So this platform
for the users or
for the users or the buyers. Okay.
Buyers.
Buyers. Okay. Users or buyers or the e-commerce sellers.
Yeah, take me through the steps. Like I'm a buyer. So
Okay.
me as the buyer, I would go to your platform and
So when the buyer is going to the platform, automatically there's an ERP or what we call enterprise resource planning for the users. It is a software where they can.
first of all, I can already see crowdfunding. You don't. Why do you need the crowdfunding? That's a completely separate.
Okay, that's a different thing. Actually, that's in the future. I'm just putting it there.
Yeah,
What is that?
This is why I'm saying that you should simplify and not complicate
Yeah.
things. Right now, I think you've got too much going on. So first of all, you can take this out. Yeah.
Yeah, the crowdfunding.
Right, and then you've got the centralized support. This is the main SaaS, right? So let's skip that. Go straight to this one, which is
Actually, we need really the ERP for this users.
Right.
Because the product development is there, their inventory, the sales. So technically, the whole ERP side of the users is there.
Just explain ERP to
Okay, sorry. The ERP is called Enterprise Resource Planning.
Right.
So it is a software that will make the users, the sellers, to do their business very easy. The inventory is already there, their sales,
And
then
what are you
manufacturing.
doing for your own factory? What are you using? Are you using something already?
I'm using a simple ERP right now.
Is that a brand name
premise.
or did you create it?
It is just in the internet.
Oh, it's open source.
Open source. It's
Okay.
just like a simple ERP that we use for on-premise for the factory only.
Okay. Are you going to use that as the basis to build something, or are you going to build? Okay.
Okay. So this ERP right now, they can access it anytime, anywhere, and any device. It's in the cloud, so real-time data. And the good thing here that the ERP of the buyers is connected in the back-end ERP of the factories. So anything that they do transaction in the front end will reflect in the back end.
Would you do like subdomain websites for them so they can have their own look and feel and then connect to your central system? Okay.
Just like that. So right now, the users right now or the buyers will directly transact with the factory, with us, the EFIFactory, and if we cannot accommodate the capacity,
You put it out.
you put it out.
So again, through the process, I'd say I want some polo shirts done for branding to sell in my stores. So I'd sort of log into your system and say I'd like this design. Do you help with the design? You say here's a logo and colors, and you then give me different designs.
Yeah, we can give a mock-up, or we can give a ready-made design, or we can make it from scratch to them by them describing this.
Right, but it's better to do mock-ups first before you do the actual product, and then the next step is to have a sample of the product,
sample,
and then say what the costing is going to be, so they know in advance, and then produce. So step by step.
Step by step, everything step by step. Here in the.
And you don't think I mean, in the States they have sites where you can go to a site and say, I want these T-shirts made, bang. It's just automated.
Yeah, actually, we have that kind of approach, but there's a different approach for the brands because for these brandings, they are very keen with the specifications. So just like we are terming it our own tech packs for their sizes and other terms that they are using to make their own brand, because the retail selling is different from the brandings.
But it's just the process you've got to make really simple. So you've got centralized support, basically a system to go in. Then you've got.
We will give free ERP for the factories.
Okay, but this will be based on open source stuff that you're going to develop on top, right? open source software that's free that you can now build on top?
No, actually no. This ERP that we are building it from scratch.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. So next.
Okay. So this is the market size right now for the e-commerce fashion industry. Right. It is a $545 billion project.
Yeah. But everyone knows that retail and clothing.
And the e-commerce clothing segment right now is around $362 billion. Okay. Right. So we made a study because we tried to know how many online stores are there, how many fashion retailer stores, and we use Google verbatim.
There's lots. We know it's a big business. Everyone goes out shopping, they can see it's a big business.
So in Kickstarter, we also tried to know, because there is no actual numbers for it.
But what difference does this make to you? We know it's a big business. You don't have to. Are you saying that you're going to get a percentage of this market?
Oh yeah, actually we are not trying to get the whole market, but we are trying to get only maybe 0.5% or 1% of the market.
This is again, I've pointed this out on other pitches, that you never work from a top-down approach. You never say this is how much the market is, and if we get 0.5%, because you can throw as much money as you want, and eventually you'll get that, right?
Yeah.
It's how much it costs to get that business. So if you can work from the bottom down, say with what resources we've got, how much can we build up, and then can we scale it? That's just pointing out the fallacy of saying this is the market, and if we can get 1% of that, that's not the right approach.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's the other way up. You go from the bottom
to up. Yeah.
So I know it's a big market.
So this is how the business model works. So the brand owners and the buyers are going to visit the platform. When already they visit the platform, they're going to explore what's inside the platform. So when they're going to register, it's completely free.
Right.
Okay. But in this in the first phase is that they can learn there. There's a social network so that they can interact with each other.
Yeah. Again, the social network is not the key component of all this.
Yeah, it's not.
It's a feature you can put in, but that's not the main thing. The main thing is the tool that allows people to come in and create and find the costings and then order. The social media factor, the social network factor, I'm not sure how that adds in.
So this part is only part of our marketing strategy, so that the people will have an interest to interact.
Well, let's carry on, and because that goes from there, and then you go through to the factory.
Yeah, and then after that, when they are ready to do business, or the brand owners already want to do business, they will subscribe to our services already. Okay. So this is our main revenue, the user subscription, and
so the user's paying what to do what exactly? Because they're using a tool to order through you, so they that's the use of the whole thing. You said is free, but now you're saying it's a user subscription.
No, the registration for the community member is free. So
why would community members pay?
They're not going to pay anything. Okay. The community membership.
So you said that the ERP system is free.
For the factories, it's free. Okay. But for the users, it's not.
You just said the users. You have to differentiate users, resellers, or makers.
Yeah.
You have to.
Okay, we are going to use the term buyers. Okay.
Okay.
So the buyers are going to subscribe and to access the ERP.
So they're paying for the ERP.
The ERP, and
they're paying a subscription fee to use the system.
Yeah.
Right? Okay.
For them to access the free product development and others, because I'll explain to you that later why we do subscription model, because it is based to our competitors also, because we have a competitor and they are also having a big subscription.
Yeah, for what?
For this kind of terms, to source, to have a product development, to help the
so buyers. I mean, you're concentrating on the buyers. They're the ones that are going to pay you money, right?
Yeah.
So you said there wasn't any competition. There is competition.
In a different side, okay. And then there's a competition in a different side because they are just doing one thing. So if you're going to the trading and sourcing companies, they will just source for you a material, but they will not going to source for you a factory, okay.
Right.
So you're
going to basically you're offering a front end to your factory for custom built products, and if you can't do it, you'll give it to someone else to do it, but you'll manage the process. Okay, that's your product. Try not to let anything else come in between that. If you've got an actual need to say you can solve my problems, where I can source, where I can design, where I can make, concentrate on that core product. You've got so many other things going on that it's confusing about what you're actually offering.
Okay.
So yeah, the user subscription, I understand that. That's a subscription model. Manufacturing markup, obviously you're going to have to figure out when you make money, when you make stuff, right? But not too much. 5% is not too much. So
5% not too much.
It's a competitive market, right?
Yeah. So,
Crowdfunding, ignore that.
ignore that for now, actually.
For now, but
But in the, actually,
it's a completely different business.
Yeah. Actually, why we incorporated this crowdfunding is because we see Kickstarter has many apparel startups.
Yeah, but then if you're competing with Kickstarter, you want Kickstarter guys to come to you, and you don't want to compete with them.
Yeah.
Because that's a whole business model. It's completely different.
Okay.
Sampling is making samples of
Making
something,
samples,
so
yeah.
that's. I mean, you make those and you charge for it, right? Okay.
Yeah. The on-site quality control. So because we are going to inform this buyers that if we are the one who's going to make it, so
normally
there's no problem.
You don't normally do quality control.
So for us, if they because if they are going to directly manufacture to us, so they don't need to have an on-site quality control because we are the one who's handling it.
But that's charged by the whole system, or is that charged separately?
That is charged separately.
Okay. All right, I understand that. Go on.
So this is our pricing model. Okay.
Okay. First of all, I mean, look at Newbie Advanced. Just make it something simple, like bronze, silver, gold, or something. Simple. So for this, they're just different levels of services.
Different levels of services.
And that can change over time, but you don't have any. Yeah, we'll carry on. And I'll ask.
Okay.
Go on.
For the factory, it's completely free because we need partners for them. So that's why.
Right, the factories join and they can see who wants stuff and they can quote on it and so on. It's like the Alibaba kind of put out an RFQ request for goods.
But Alibaba is charging them around $5,000 per year.
Yeah, well,
Well, and the reason why we have this kind of pricing model, because in the other sourcing company, I cannot name the platform, they're charging $299 minimum just to source.
Per year?
No, per month.
A month, okay.
They're charging $299 and others are charging around $1,800 per month. Yeah, for this. And we are only charging this for $25 because we already have this.
So, I mean, there's a lot of, like just on one of my investments is like 700 or 800 micro merchants that want to sell, or they are selling through to the retail stores. So they might say they're buying goods from China or from places here, but in this case, they could be their own designer, reseller, everything if you help them.
Yeah.
And they pay a small fee per month to do it. So it's good for micro merchants here.
Here in the Philippines.
And that's just in the Philippines. So okay, carry on.
Yeah. Okay. So this is our competition. So if you can see in the lower left quadrant, there's Alibaba Global Sources and Made in China. We're completely limited, and there is a high risk in these platforms.
Okay.
So here in the other side, the trading sourcing companies, yes, they might have this risk management. The problem is that they are high cost.
Okay.
They have this. Okay.
Yeah, I understand. Go on.
One. Then Trimit is only an ERP. Okay.
Right.
So for us is that because we are the one who's doing everything for the user. That's why it's very completely free, and we are direct to factory. So what we do is that we don't we don't add price to the factories.
Well, you add 5%.
That's only our markup, because the others is like this. If they are going to give $5 per shirt, and the other sourcing company will make it $7, and plus another commission. They charge commission to the factories. Yeah. So these are some marketing strategies.
Too much going on here.
Yeah.
I mean, the bottom line, how much does it
the
cost
customer
you?
acquisition cost.
Yeah, how much does it cost you to get those customers?
So in our projection, if we're going to use Facebook in different channels, okay?
That's social media,
And
right?
if we're going to have a social media, our average customer acquisition cost is around $30 to $40 per customer.
And then how much do you think you'll make out of them over, say, 1 year or 3 years or whatever?
It depends on the customer, but for example,
charge for the bottom level, the basic services. How much should you charge for that per month?
Per month. What do you mean? The average?
Yeah, but they use a subscription.
Yeah, I think if they're going to go for the $50 and they are going to manufacture already their product, we have 5% from that.
Right.
Because the minimum orders is only 50 units. But if they're going to order in a month, because they are e-commerce sellers.
So you basically make more money out of making stuff than the
subscription.
So why charge a subscription? Because then you don't charge a subscription, just have people coming through. You get more people coming through, right?
Actually, the whole business model about how about the how to have the revenue is that we are still adjustable to it as long as
So it might be that you don't charge a user subscription and you just give a free access to the system to manage it.
Actually, it really differs because we have already a projected cash flow. How we can just play to it the projections and everything.
But this is very very busy. This is usual.
This is the usual thing. What we do. That's normal.
On there.
Yeah.
Go on.
So this is our projected revenue in 3 years time period.
I have a problem with all this. Do you have anything running right now?
In my factory. I can
No. I mean, in the ERP, the whole system. Can a user go to a site and use something?
Actually, for now, not. No.
So this I have a problem with because in the first year, you anticipate getting how many users?
For the first year, we expect only 60,000 users.
60,000 users paying. They're not paying in the first year.
Yeah.
It would be impossible for you to do that. I'm just being realistic.
Okay.
Because you haven't even built anything yet.
Yeah.
So you've got to build it. That's going to take how many months to build it?
Yeah.
Then you've got to attract those users. They won't inside a year to get 60,000. It's impossible.
Yeah, I understand.
Paying users.
Paying users. Yeah.
Yeah.
For the subscription.
You just won't get that. I know it's a nice dream, but you haven't explained how you're going to get those customers. How many? It's impossible. If you can do it, then you'll be a wizard, and you probably make more money telling people how to do it.
Okay.
But so explain how you're going to get 60,000 customers in 1 year.
Based on our paid customers, based on our actually we get this marketing strategy to Facebook, because that's where the social media starts. Okay, because people can register to Facebook with no subscription fee or anything. Everything's free. So they can interact, they can express everything there. That's the reason why we created
social media, but that doesn't mean you're going to get the customers from that.
Yeah, actually, the reason why we created the social media is that to create an urgency for people to have their own clothing brand or something like that. So that's why in
I mean, how you do it, that would be interesting, but I doubt that you'll be able to get that. And you'd have to throw an awful lot of money at it.
Yeah, actually, that's the reason why.
The bottom line is, you haven't built anything yet, but you want to raise money. How much money are you looking for?
Actually, we are looking for around $500,000.
But you've got nothing yet, no traction.
Yeah.
So before we go any further, I think, you won't be able to raise that kind of money because you don't have anything to show anyone. So my advice to you is to build something first, and with you've got money coming in from your existing business, so you've got to build something that's suitable for you, for customers to actually use your system, right? And then see how many people are willing to pay for that service and get a few paying users. Then you've got something, you've got some traction, but right now you have nothing. So you're not going to raise $500,000 just on an idea when you can't show anything to anyone. That's the bottom line.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, it doesn't matter who you go to, you won't be able to raise that kind of money without showing anything, especially if it's software driven. You need some kind of minimal viable product, MVP, to show me or anyone. And then, I mean, you might be able to raise a smaller amount of money to say, let's build this product, right? So you might go for, I don't know how much it costs, 2 or 3 million pesos. To build a product and give a portion of the company shares for that purpose. And then you go to the next stage of saying, okay, we've got a working product, we've got some paying customers. What more can we raise based on projections of what we've got? But for right now,
I completely understand, because this idea, as what I have told you in the email thread, that this is just idea stage, but we see the potential because.
Well, the idea is okay. I mean, you've got so many ideas going on. You really need to focus on one that's good for your business, that people can understand, and willing to pay for. So that's what you need to do. Carry on.
Okay, so sorry. Where is it? So this is
so it's you and some advisors.
Yeah, advisors and
none of these guys have told you what I've told you, or have they told you?
Actually, they didn't told me that thing about this thing, because what I see, because that I already have customers in my factory that is also eager to join this.
But are they paying?
Actually, they are my customers right now. They are paying in my factory.
You got to separate what the system and the factory. Because any investor will say, where am I putting my money? Am I putting the money into the factory or to the system? So you need to keep those very clear. That's important.
But the thing right now is that they are willing to pay once the platform is ready there. Okay.
Why don't you let people invest in the whole thing? The factory, the system,
Yeah,
everything?
there's what? The users?
Then you have something already, right?
Actually, I already offered to them and they're just,
Well, how much is your company worth, do you think, right now?
right now is around 35 million pesos.
Pesos. So,
The factory.
right, that's worth
Yeah.
on valuation of what? Based on?
Valuation based on assets. And our revenue for the
And you own
plants
100% of it?
Yeah, 100% of it.
So why don't you start with that?
To,
And say, you know, I want to do digital systems or whatever, and this is my valuation. I can raise money based on what I'm already doing. You already have figures, right?
Yeah.
That would help you out on cash flow. It would help you out on a lot of things, rather than try and do it as a completely separate product.
Yeah, because what we are trying to do right now in our factory is that we are trying to build big traction for this.
I'm sure, but I'm saying that if you've got something already and you own 100% and you want more money to expand on it, put it together as a package with what you've got already, because that's more valuable. Then I can say, oh, that's worth me investing in.
Yeah, okay, I understand. In the
Just
business
another
end,
approach,
another approach.
Because I'd always be worried, I'm investing in this, but I'm really helping
yeah.
that other business and I'm not getting anything out of it.
Yeah.
You know?
Actually, Jasper and Rajirani already told me about this thing, is that because from the start, I know it's really hard to raise the money. Okay, this kind of money.
Wouldn't be if you had some traction and you had some users and paying. And
because, but what I see is that if I'm going just to put everything in just one basket, that's why I wanted this EFIFactory to be another company.
Can be, but you're unfortunately got a conflict of interest here. That's a problem. So you got to address that problem somehow.
Yeah. What do you mean, a conflict?
Because that main business is going to benefit your other business.
Yeah.
And anyone who invests in that is not getting anything out of this.
Yeah,
so you're benefiting out
but
of
actually,
this.
the first offer is that I have is that to give also a equity in my company and also here in EFIFactory. That's the very first offer.
Okay, well, you didn't say that. But
Yeah. Because we are not yet there. We are not yet there.
All right.
Yeah. So,
well, all of this is moot, really, because you know, I think you need to ask for a small amount of money to build the alpha and beta first.
But because what we are trying to do is that if the investors are ready with us, because we are going to really execute this, because this thing is going to benefit our factory totally. It's going to benefit our factory totally. The reason why it is created because of our factory, and we just see the vast opportunity about this technology side, because it will be easier for the users.
I think you need to go away and package the whole deal so it's more interesting to investors. Put it in something where you get some benefits, both sides. But that's for another discussion.
Yeah. So,
but right now, I suggest you, whatever you do, you got to build an alpha or build something, because you haven't got anything right now. You need something to build for yourself, for your own customers, because they're willing.
Actually,
to
we are
use
starting already to build the alpha. Right.
So build that first, and then when you have a working product, come back to me and say, here, and also like you said, you've got existing users that want to use it. Get them using it and say, how much are you willing to pay for this? Then you can come back to me and say, like, we have paying users that like the platform. Here's the platform. Show it to me. Then we can talk more. But right now, I can't invest. I can't get anyone else to invest because they'll say the same as me.
Yeah, I understand.
So it's too early right now for that much money. But if you're raising a small amount of money to help you build stuff, that's different. That's a different setup.
Okay, no problem with it.
All right.
Yeah.
So
that's the thing that we.
Okay. So because that's too much for right now.
For now, yeah. So the reason why the first thing that the first offer that I really gave is that I'm going to give something out of my apparel factory and something out of here, just to build this product. And
I'd suggest packaging it together.
The packaging it together. That's
you can offer a smaller, like you can say, I want some seed money from the entire business, but most of it's going to X.
Yeah.
Because then I have more safe, more
safe investment. Yeah.
Right.
In the
if you say just the software, then it's a bit of a gamble. Your business is okay on the other side, but this one is just, it might fall, it might fail.
I understand.
I have no guarantees on it. As an investor, I'd like to be in.
Mm-hmm.
I'd like to see your other business actually and see how it's doing, and
everything's really recorded. We have this financial plans.
Come back to me in next month with or whenever you build something, and then repackage the deal. I'll work with you on it to try and make sense of it, and you can ask your other advisors as well, and go from there. Okay.
Okay.
All right. Well, thanks for coming on the show.
Thank you very much.
And we'll talk again.
Okay.
Cheers.